I get back over here? Well, now we're going to learn how to name anhydrides and esters in this video. In anhydrides, the suffix is changed to oic anhydride. Oic anhydride. So we have different types of anhydrides. This would be a symmetrical. A symmetrical anhydride, it's symmetrical right down the middle here, and a non-symmetrical anhydride. So naming symmetrical anhydrides, you really only have to name the group that's coming off of it one time. So something like this has 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons coming off of it. So this would be called bute for the 4 carbons. There are no alkenes or alkynes, so AN. And then that's it, butane oic anhydride. So that's the name of that. It turns out that unsymmetrical anhydrides aren't really very synthetically useful. We don't usually have them, so we're definitely not going to make very complicated ones. This would be a pretty non-complicated anhydride. But in any case, this side is 2 carbons long, this side is 3 carbons long. So we are going to just stack those names on top of each other. So 2 carbons is eth, ETH. And then AN, no alkenes or alkynes. Oic, ethanoic. And then we also have the prop for the 3, so ethanoic, propanoic, anhydride. Pretty straightforward naming those. So those are anhydrides. Esters are more commonly complex than anhydrides, but really we use the same naming conventions for esters that we would use for other carboxylic acid derivatives, so should be pretty straightforward. The acyl carbon, just like for carboxylic acids, just like for acid chlorides, is number 1. So for this ester over here, this would be number 1, 2, 3, and the suffix for an ester is O8. So we could think about this as propanoate if we just looked at that side. But esters have acyl groups, so this would be the acyl group. And they also, we would call this the alkyl group. Alkyl group. That's the alkyl group. This is the acyl group. The alkyl group is named first. Then the acyl group, second. So this alkyl group is 4 carbons long. We're going to name it kind of like a substituent. A 4 carbon chain as a substituent is called butyl. Butyl. And then we name the rest. So this is the butyl part. 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons long. And then this is the propyl part, but it's part of the ester. So we would say butyl propanoate. So that's how we would name that ester. But let's name an ester with a little bit more complexity to it. This is all on page 2 of your notes, and the structure on the bottom looks like this. Okay, so this is an ester, and what you should do now is take a minute to pause the video and try and name this yourself, and then unpause. So boop, boop. All right, good job. You already got it. I think you got it right, but we'll see if it matches what I do. So the ester, carbonyl-carbon is number 1, then we got 2, then we got 3. I'm not going to number over there because 4 and 5 out here give me the longer parent chain. So this is going to be a pentanoate. The first thing that we're going to name, though, is the alkyl group that is 2 carbons long. So that's going to be ethyl. Okay, so that's ethyl. That is the alkyl chain. Now we are going to name the rest of this ester side of things, the acyl side. And I'm first going to put a parenthesis in here for our stereochemistry, because we're ultimately going to want to put our stereochemistry in there. But we also need to put our substituents on there. So we have a 3-methyl, 4-methyl. So that would be 3, 4 dimethyl. And then this is pentanoate. Pentanoate. So ethyl blank 3,4 dimethyl pentanoate. So now we need to know our stereochemistry. Hopefully you guys are getting this stereochemistry down. It's hard to remember things we haven't done in a while, but we've been doing this for a little bit now, so that's good. Turns out that this is going to be substituent 1. If you don't know why, you should write out the groups, because this carbon is connected to 2 carbons. This carbon is only connected to 1 carbon. So the 2 carbons beat the 1 carbon. So that's 1, 2, 3. And I went over that in more depth in the videos ago when I was naming, I think it was aldehydes and ketones. So if you're confused about why that's 1, that video talks about that. But anyway, we have 1, 2, 3. We go clockwise. Clockwise is R. So this would be ethyl R 3,4 dimethyl pentanoate. So that is how we name esters and anhydrides. So nice job.